All right. I don't have my intro music set yet. That's coming, I promise. I'm not supposed to be live for another minute or so, but I wanted to go ahead and jump on and make sure people can see. This is the first time that I'm running things. Robin ran when we did the announcement over the weekend. So, show their name. Okay. So you guys let me know if this is working. um, yeah. So I won't like introduce and start the show for another minute or so. Like I said, I just want to make sure everything's working. Crazy nervous. So I have my Wonder Woman cup today to remind me that I'm a superhero. Hey, somebody said, hey, I'm going to remind everybody to, if you are watching and you've not registered with Restream, which I don't have the link to do, Jenny posted it Friday for everybody. But if you'll just say your name, if you want me to know your name on your comments. Oh, hey, Jenny. Jenny, can you do me the biggest, hugest favor? Hey, Kathleen. Jenny, can you do me the biggest, hugest favor and repost the link for people to register in Restream so I can see their names? I'll put something extra in your box. And I need you to private message me your shirt size because you won in the giveaway on Friday. So, I'm supposed to be showing these. That's how you do it. Robin didn't show me that. Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you. Okay, it's 12:01. I can do my little dance that I always do. To no music at all. I promise I'm going to get the music going. Just working out the kinks. But like we said, not all the kinks, because that would be no fun. Welcome to the Many Loves Lunch Hour here on Split Radio with Mandee. I am your host for this hour, where we talk about all things ethical non-monogamy. We like I can't even begin to tell you how excited Robin and I are to share our news. Here's the link. I don't think I needed to show it. I think you all can see it in the chat. Yay, Robin's here too. I cannot begin to tell you how excited that Robin and I are to share Split Radio with you all, and bring you on this adventure with us, which it will be an adventure. As you can see, we haven't figured out, I have not figured out my camera angles yet. This is way more than I want to show you all, but at least you're not seeing what's behind the screen, which is a fat fucking mess. So, the music will come along. We're going to figure that out this way. I figured out how to put my logo. Robin, you should be so proud of me. I figured out how to put my logo on the screen. But so we're bringing you Split Radio, which is our new platform that we're sharing with content creators. It's Split stands for sex positive lifestyle inclusive talk radio. We hope to have a plethora of different types of shows to share with you from all walks of life, helping to normalize everything, normalize the marginalized, and bring them to you in an accessible way, accessible for them, accessible for you. We're so, we like, I can't even, we're so fucking excited about this. Here, oh, I see how keeping up with the comments is a little difficult. Yes, rise of the marginalized. Let me tell you that Robin wanted to call our station Rise of the Marginalized, and I thought it was a little aggressive. So anyway, we're so excited. And of course, our first two shows on Split are going to be the Many Loves Lunch Hour with Mandee here at noon, like we always are, and then Robin at 1 just after this. We may, I'll probably stop 5-10 minutes early like I usually do, so it'll be like 12 to 12:50. And then we'll get Robin on. Maybe I'll starting earlier. I don't know. Guess what? We kind of have free reign of what we want to do, which is one of the reasons that we started, is to be able to have more, I don't want to say control, but more say in what our programs look like, and our programs for you too. If you were with us on Friday, it was Friday, right? I think it was Friday. If you were with us on Friday, we announced Thursday show, which is going to be Thirsty Thursday. Robin's going to show everyone how to make a different drink every week. And we are going to then follow that up with Rage Against the Screen. I don't remember what time. I think it is 8 o'clock my time, which is Eastern, which would be 5 o'clock Robin's time, but I might be wrong. Robin, if you can help me out there. But yeah, so we have announced that show that will be starting on Thursday evenings. We're going to rerun our morning shows on Mondays. On Thursday, we're going to rerun our Monday morning shows Monday evening. Those of you who don't get a lunch hour, it is 9 p.m. my time. I knew I was going to fuck that up. 9 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. Robin's time. So that's Eastern and Pacific. We live on completely opposite sides of the continent. But we get to talk to everyone across the continent, which I think it's just to partner with someone on such a cool project like this from across the continent. It's just so neat. 30 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to do this. So technology is fucking badass. And I think that we've learned during the pandemic that, technology can be such a fucking awesome thing. And I think we all really, really hated it prior. And now it's helped us stay connected with our loved ones and people we don't get to see because of all the restrictions. So I fucking love technology. I mean, if you all don't know, my grandson was born in the middle of the pandemic and I couldn't be at the hospital, and he was in ICU for like 3 months. So I didn't even meet him for the first 3 months of his life. So thanks to technology, though, I was able to video chat with him, and I was able to see him every evening. My son would put his cell phone, he would turn the video chat on and put his cell phone on top of Oliver's incubator, and we would talk. And so when he got home from the hospital, he knew his bubby's voice already. So that was it was great. So, I do want, okay, first let me tell you what we're talking about today. Thanks to Jenny. Whoop, whoop to Jenny again. She's a godsend, y'all. Like, or God's send, or whatever deity or non-deity you believe in. The universe sent Jenny to us because she has been amazing. We are doing new poly no-nos today. We're doing mistakes that new poly people make. And as I was making this list, realized that this you don't have to be new to make these mistakes. Like, people that have been ethically non-monogamous for years make these mistakes continuously. So, but specifically today, we're going to try to put them in the mindset of people who are new to ethical non-monogamy and people who are opening their relationships up or going out on their own into ethical non-monogamy and so on. First, let's thank a couple sponsors. Something else we're going to work out this week that Rob and I are super excited about is we're going to be record our sponsor shout outs. I don't like to call them commercials because they're not going to be like super long commercials. It'll be more like 5 or 10 seconds as opposed to like the commercials that you see, because I fucking hate commercials. So we will be able to pre-tape our promos and our sponsor promo stuff. So first and foremost, I want to talk about One Condoms. They have a fuck ton of condoms. They have 60 different sizes. You go to myonecondom.com. And let me see if I can put this in the chat. Does that work? All right. It's a little hack. There you go, Robin. So myonecondom.com and download a fit kit to fit your junk. And you can measure your junk and make sure that you are going to get the right size condom and the right size condom for your fucking sex life. Then go to onecondoms.com, use my promo code, which I have written somewhere. That I just put my coffee on. Use my promo code Many Loves to get 15% off of your order. So go get some condoms that fit your junk on discount because you use my promo code Many Loves. I want to talk about adamandeve.com. Put that one in there now. Show. I appreciate everyone for dealing with me figuring stuff out. And it will be better next week. It'll be better next week. So adamandeve.com for any of your adult toy needs, for fetish stuff, for lingerie, for apparati. Is that the plural for apparatuses? I mean, like sex swings, y'all. Any of that stuff you can find on adamandeve.com. And if you use my promo code for adamandeve.com is MLLH. Many Loves Lunch Hour. Promo code MLH. And you'll get 50% off almost any one item. There's a couple exclusions, but it's almost any one item. That's huge because vibrators aren't cheap. So check out adamandeve.com. Check out onecondoms.com. Onecondoms.com. I may be fucking that up. If you Google one condom, you'll find it. Again, I'll have it fixed. And then, of course, I have to shout out to Probably Poly podcast, the podcast where we question everything, even our name. I co-host with Michael Haig and Sarah Lucas, and we are a much smarter, much more put together little show there. Check us out wherever you listen to podcasts. SoundCloud. What's that other one? Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify. There's a couple more. Or check us out on Facebook, Probably Poly, and probablypoly.com. I think we have an Instagram too. You'll find links to everything else, and go check out some pretty intelligent content over there. Here, just as a disclaimer, and I feel like I maybe should do this at the beginning of all of my shows, I don't have any name. I do not have a PhD in polyamory, but I do have over 20 years experience in many, many different shapes of ethical non-monogamy. And I share my experiences and experiences of people that I know, and hopefully it will help in your experiences and make them a little easier, or just, make you navigate them a little, or help you, not make you, help you navigate them a little easier. So, now that I have wasted 17 minutes in housekeeping, we are going to talk about new poly no-nos. So, oh shit. Before I do that, let me encourage everyone, as always, to comment and questions. I get to see them firsthand now, and I'll put them up on the screen, and we'll discuss them, and you will be part of the show. Come, I encourage you to be part of the show. My listeners, you all are what make this show fun, make this show worth it. So questions and comments are highly encouraged. I insist. So, new poly no-nos. One of the first ones that the condom link does not work. So maybe it's one condom. Yeah, it's probably onecondoms.com with an S. I promise that next week I will have the right shit on the screen, y'all. I'm sorry. Try one condoms. Yes. Robin says there should be an S. I fucked it up. Where's my shocked face? It's onecondoms.com. Thank you for letting us know that, Bianca. And welcome to the show, Bianca. So myonecondoms.com. The fit kit's really fucking cool too. You just print it off and then you measure your junk. It's really cool. I don't have a penis, but I have friends that have one. And they have said that having the right size condom has changed their sex life. That they used to fucking hate condoms. And one condom's changed that because they actually have a condom that fits correctly. So, yay, it works now. Thank you, Robin. Okay, back to new poly no-nos. One of the first things, and we talked about this on Friday when we were talking in our announcement chat. Excuse me, because Jenny brought up the topic then, which was a fantastic topic. And I think I've actually covered a lot of these individually, but I've never put them all together in one, show. So, vetoes. I know that when I first entered ethical non-monogamy, we had vetoes, and they were, I mean, looking back, it was awful. I mean, it was awful at the time too. I don't know what a veto is. It's where your partner, if you do something, your partner can go, no, I veto that, like a presidential veto. Partner can just go, no, that's not okay with me. I don't want you to do that. Or that person is not okay with me. I don't want them. And that's, you see a lot of that where people are vetoed, which blows my mind. How now, of course, it didn't then. It blows my mind how one veto another person that they're not even dating. So vetoes are a big something for newly ethically non-monogamous people. I said that right the first time. Newly ethically non-monogamous people to kind of stay away from. You want to give your partner that individuality and that I can't think of the word right now. That autonomy to make their own decisions. You trust them, and you have to trust that they know who is right for them to date and who is not right for them to date. They chose you, so trust them to choose someone else that's great. And guess what? We're not always going to choose the great people. It's not going to fucking happen. To make those mistakes on our own. Right? We've got to make those mistakes on our own. Something else is one penis policy. I wish I had one of those like red flashy like alarm lights. Right? Woo doo, woo doo. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. We've got a comment. Chris Boyd, welcome to the show. Rules, including vetoes, are used by people who aren't ready to challenge their fears and have difficult conversations. I would agree. Yeah, rules and vetoes. Well, they're used to control people too. They're used to control narrative. And ethical non is not going to work for you until you realize you cannot control the other person or the other person's situations. Great comment, Chris. Thank you so much. He's absolutely right, or they are absolutely right. One penis policies, OPPs. OPP not in the old cool rap song, but OPP meaning one penis policy. Usually, sometimes it is other genitalia instead of penis. Chris says, you got my pronouns correct. Yay. I really try hard to they, them until I know. So, glad. I'm not going to say thank you for, telling me that, because people should do it as a regular. It should be, you shouldn't have to tell them. People should just assume they, them now. It's 2022. Come on, people. That's great though, Chris. Glad I did. So one penis policies are another way for a partner to control. A lot of times you will have, I'm going to try and say this correctly. And if I fuck it up, Robin, I need you to help me fix it. Okay. A lot of times, masculine identifying people in an ethically non-monogamous relationship will try to control the narrative or control the relationship by controlling how many penises are in the relationship, because of insecurity purposes, because of control issues, mostly insecurity, I think. When you open, if you're a couple and you're opening yourselves up to ethical monogamy, because I think ethical is the key word here. Just yourselves up to a specific set of genitalia or a specific type of presentation of a person. I may get kickback for that. Is always welcome on my show too. When you, I'm going to give you a scenario that way. Oh, I don't know who this is, but hello, my love. I'm sure I love you too. Welcome to the show. So you have a male identifying penis haver, and you have a female identifying cis woman, meaning that she was born that way, she identifies that way. And he says you can only date, oh, it's Deanna! I love you, Dee. I don't get to see Deanna enough. I'm sorry. Oh, it's got me all off track. I love you. I love you, Dee. And thank you so much for joining this show. So when dude says you can only date other women, you can only date other females, you can only date other female identifying people, that's not ethical non-monogamy, because there's a controlling factor there. So one penis policies or one genitalia policies, she's a nut. I love you, Deanna. They're not ethical. And like I said, a lot of times, and people new to ethical non-monogamy will open up that way. I highly encourage you not to do that. Sometimes it does end up starting out that way, but I highly encourage you to talk to your partners, and figure out a way for that to not be the case. Something else was, don't ask, don't tell, which I think we talked about my last show 2 weeks ago on the Many Loves Lunch Hour. Don't ask, don't tell policies and how much I don't like them. And that a lot of people open up their relationships. A lot of couples come into ethical non-monogamy with don't ask, don't tell um, arrangements, and it ends up being detrimental to your relationship. And not only that, it can be detrimental to your other relationships too. Nobody likes to be a secret. I mean, some people, I guess, if that's your kink, right? I guess some people like being secrets, but I would say, as a rule, most people don't like being a secret. I like people to show me off. Um, but listen to the other episode. If you've got more questions about Don't Ask, Don't Tell, listen to the other episode. We did a very, very in-depth discussion about it 2 weeks ago, and you can find it in the group. Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is, if you don't even know what it is, Don't Ask, Don't Tell is where you have an arrangement that, I mean, is that your partner goes and does what they want, and unless you ask, they're not going to tell you about if they're sleeping with someone, if they're seeing someone, who they're sleeping with, or who they're seeing. And a lot of times, couples will have that when somebody has like out of town business or travels a lot or something like that. Personally, I think that's the only time it works. And then it doesn't even sometimes work, right? Because y'all remember my story about it coming up in my face. Something else, not dating yourself, I think, is a huge something that people new to ethical non-monogamy, as well as people who have been, I have to remind myself to date myself sometimes. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. You have to date yourself. You have to make time for you. You have to be one of your partners. Let's see. We've got a comment here from Jenny. It feels weird to me that you could have a whole part of your life that you never share with a partner. Don't Ask, Don't Tell seems to put distance in relationships and can stoke insecurities. Absolutely. Because like we talked about in the last show, the narrative that you create in your head is going to be way worse than what's actually happening. So talk about it. Don't leave room to be able to just come up with these horrible things, or things that you think that you're not going to be okay with, and just talk about it. It's not as bad if you talk about it. It really isn't. It's you do get you could start again. Take two. That being said, you do get to control, as a boundary, what information is placed in front of you, and whether you want that or not. So again, communicate and talk to your partner about what you want to know and what you don't want to know. There's another comment. I don't like that arrangement. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't want to be surprised by anything or anyone. So that's, I don't know who said this, but thank you so much for bringing this up, because that's one of the reasons that I don't like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, because it is a huge pet peeve of mine. Any of my partners can tell you, and any of my close friends can tell you, and my children can tell you. I don't like being caught off guard. I do not like, yeah. Oh, Deanna said it. Yeah, I don't being caught off guard. I want to know. I want to know what the fuck's going on. I don't want to be the surprised one in the room, because I feel personally it makes me feel stupid because other people know what's going on and I don't. And it's happening in my bubble, right? So I don't want to be caught off guard. Yeah, we talked about that in the Don't Ask, Don't Tell episode, about how I like to know what's fucking going on. And like I said, if I know what's going on, then I'm not trying to create these scenarios in my head of what I think is going on, which is way worse than what's really fucking going on. So talk to your people about it. So date yourself. You are your own partner. If you are scheduling on Google Calendar, which is a polyamorous person's best friend, we should do a whole episode about Google Calendars. Yes, I know. I was there, D. I felt you. I really should do a whole episode about Google Calendars because they're the only things that keep me sane. It is the app that keeps me sane. Between having kids and having partners and yeah. But the point is to schedule yourself a date. Schedule dating yourself. Schedule pedicures. Schedule ice cream in bed, binge watching your favorite show. Night for you, as well as your dates with your partners. Okay, let's see. Jenny says, do you have couples trying to date a third unicorn hunting on your list, Mandee? I see it come up so much in poly online spaces, people thinking poly means an equal triad. Yes. Unicorn hunting, and Jenny, you know this. Unicorn hunting is a beast in and of itself. Don't fucking do it. Don't be a unicorn hunter. Don't date together. Don't try and find somebody that fits some fantastical fucking mold that you and your partner have put together. You need to date people for who they are and not for some idea that you think is going to fit so perfectly and make this perfect triad. I personally have never been in a triad that worked. They do work, but 99.9% of the time, the only triads that work are the ones that happened naturally, where one person dated the person, and then there was natural chemistry with the other person. And the triad happened naturally. Let's see, I've got dating yourself. Let's see, Robin's got one here. Oh, I've got a good one. One of the major mindsets drilled into us by monogamy culture is comparing yourself to your Metamours. Yes. Don't compare yourself. You are a different fucking person. You are a different person than your Metamour. There's nothing good that's going to come out of that. There's some really awesome quote about flowers comparing each other. They just grow. I don't know what it is. I'll post it in the group. But it's so fucking relevant when it comes to this. It's about not comparing yourselves. And I think as a rule, we compare ourselves to people way too fucking much. Metamours are not. But especially your Metamours, don't compare yourselves to your Metamours. Your partner is dating you for different reasons. They're just different reasons. Robin says a major issue with triads is expecting everyone to be fair and equal or for all the connections to be the same. Right, and it never is. It never is. Like I said, unless it's happened naturally and you all have let it evolve in a natural form. It's fair and equal and it's those to me are just ugly words in ethical non-monogamy because they don't do what we want them to do. Jenny has a comment. Thinking jealousy means you can't be poly is another issue I've come up with for new people. Compersion isn't natural for most people, and jealousy is an opportunity to assess your needs and communicate. 100. As I've said before, jealousy is a symptom of something else you're feeling. Figure out what that something else is, and you will figure out how to deal with your jealousy. Tons and tons of times it's insecurity. Figure out what you're insecure about. Talk to your partner about it. It's yeah. Talk to your partner about it and figure out what your insecurity is, and you'll figure out why you're jealous. And it may not be an insecurity, it may be a fear of loss. It may be, there's tons of reasons why jealousy happens. I highly recommend the jealousy workbook. But there's a ton of ways to work through jealousy. I know I've done a show on this prior, but I can absolutely do another show on it, of working through that jealousy and the reasons why we're jealous. But jealousy is not the feeling. There's something feeding that jealousy. There's an emotion you're having that's feeding that jealousy. And being jealous is not a bad thing. It's how you react with the jealousy. It's how you handle the jealousy. It's where you put the jealousy that is the bad thing. Let's see. Deanna says, I made that mistake in polygyny, thinking a woman will be good for my husband and our family. I mean, a woman might be good for your husband and your family. But don't compare yourself to her. You are different than she is. She brings different things to him than you do. And don't have doubt in the things that you bring to him. I know you, girl. You got this. And then I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I'm sure Deanna can see that Jenny has posted where you can put your Oh, Deanna says sis was a problem. Oh, the other woman was a problem. She was probably new. She probably didn't know what the hell was going on. New to this whole arrangement. Yeah. Lots more communication. You got to get somebody that knows what they're doing, that knows what's going on, that's open-minded, that's, yeah. Call me. We'll talk. Chris says, figure out your boundaries, not rules. Difference, people. There's a difference. Rules are imposed on other people. Boundaries are your own. And respect your partners. Craft a relationship, agree together, own your emotional state, and enjoy the ride. Another book I highly recommend is Relationship Agreements by Ari Cardos. It is not specifically ethically non-monogamous formatted, but the writer is ethically non-monogamous, and it can be, it's very fluid. Highly recommend that for figuring out your boundaries, like Chris said, and respecting your partners. And always remember that. Always remember that. Rules are imposed on other people. Boundaries are yours. And boundaries can only be imposed on you. Let me see. Something else that I see come up a lot in polyamory groups and ethical non-monogamy groups that I'm in online and on Facebook, is where a couple opens up and one of them is having trouble dating. One of them's not having any trouble dating. We all know which is which. And the partner who's having trouble dating, say it's been a year, they've been trying to do this for a year. One partner's having, has gotten a partner, has gotten another partner, and it's successful. They are finding their own in ethical non-monogamy, and it's really working for them. And the other partner is having difficulty dating. So that partner goes, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Relationship closed. We don't do this anymore. No, fuck you. Not okay. Other people's feelings are involved at that point, and that's not okay. That's not okay to do. That at that point, you're trying to impose rules on a relationship that does not just belong to you. You, at that point, can say, okay, this is not something I want to be part of anymore. Can I handle my partner being ethically non-monogamous? If I can't, then maybe I will not be able to be in this situation anymore. You don't just say no more. Let's see. Healthy boundaries are more important than anybody yeah. Healthy boundaries are so important. Again, I've done shows on this before. We've done podcasts on it on probably Poly. I can do more. It's so important that yeah. Robin says, yes, Mandee, this is a hard one and so common. I think that, Robin, you're talking about the decide to just be closed up again. I saw it this morning. It's not okay. It's not okay because other people's feelings are involved now. What about that other partner? What about that other partner that has fallen in love with your partner that you're just going to tell they can't love your partner anymore? They can't be with your partner anymore. That's shit, man. Like, don't do that. You assess your boundaries. You assess your boundaries as to what you can handle and don't impose that on other people. Sorry, I feel like I got preachy. Sorry. It just bugs me. It bugs me when people feel like they have control of other people's lives. And I think that that's what it boils down to in that is that the two partners that started off, this one feels like they have control over this one, and which in turn means that they have control over all of these partners too. And for this partner to just shut everything down and say, no, we're not doing this anymore. No, how can you hurt people like that? That's not okay. It's just, you don't get to control other people's hearts. Oh, Hasna is D. Anyone who's following along with the chats. Yes, D. Thank you. You're right. I should not apologize. I don't like being preachy about stuff. But just one of the things that I think that people jump into ethical non-monogamy forgetting that other people's hearts are going to be involved. You're involving other people's hearts and other people's feelings and other people's lives. And that is huge. And you have to remember that. You have to keep that in mind when you're trying to impose your rules and change dynamics and jump in and out of things. Just remember that other people's hearts are involved. And I don't think if you are in the same situation as the other person that you would want somebody saying, no, you can't be with this person anymore because I say so, because we're not doing that anymore. So, I think that covers most of them. And like I said, it's not just exclusive to new people in ethical non-monogamy. You see these problems, these red flags and these issues come up regularly in people who have been non-monogamous for a long time. So I know that we applied them today to new relationships and to new non-monogamous people. But remember, for those of you that have been around for a while, and are not new to this community, to avoid these as well. Yeah, avoid these as well. I am going to go ahead and log off now. I have had so much fun with you all. God, I love doing this show. I love doing this show. I love hanging out with you all. I love your comments. God, I've got some really smart fucking listeners and some really intelligent comments come through and some great fucking questions. And I know I cuss a lot and I appreciate you all dealing with that. So until next week, and I'm always open to topics for next week because I don't have a topic for next week because this week I'm learning how to run my show. So shoot me topics. I'll continue to check the chats in here. This episode, yes, Robin says this episode will be airing again tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's Georgia time, 9 p.m. Robin time, 6 p.m. So don't forget, if for some reason somebody missed it, please feel free to let them know. Oh, wait, stop. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Oh, thank you, Dee. You guys are awesome. Robin time, right? Robin time and Mandee time. That's how it is. It's 6 p.m. Robin time, 9 p.m. Mandee time. Thank you all so much for joining me, my many loves. And until next week, you guys take care of each other. And remember, rules, boundaries.